Okay, good morning. Customize, what am I saying? Okay, customize. Got it, Facebook, got it. Good morning, everyone. This is a snow day chat here in the east portion of the United States. It's a snow day. Most places are closed, but we remain open. And one of the things, too low, frame rate is too low. Please set a frame rate between 15 or viewers may experience a lower quality stream. Okay. Settings, let's work with the settings a little bit here. What can we do with the settings here? Can you help me out with the settings? Unpublish after live video, publish and embed live video. That's fine with me. Privacy, I don't care who sees it. What can we do? No, we don't want to do that. The stream, viewer settings. It's been a action needed frame rate. I can't tell how it looks on your end. This is the first time that I've gone live on Facebook in about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years now. So I'm not used to all the settings that are in front of me. Put the life lesson in there somewhere. Always be ready for the changes and adapt to the things as they're thrown your way. Okay, let's get back to the live window. Okay, I think we're good now. Maybe not, but I thought this would be an easier way because it'll be easier for me to upload this to YouTube later than if I were to use my usual editing software, which at the moment I cannot get to. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope that you've had a good night. If you live in the East Coast or the eastern portion of the United States, if you went to sleep and there was no snow out, I am sure that you have wakened up to a blanket of snow on the ground where you live. Okay, it says now that we've been live for about 3 minutes. If you are not aware, this is Life Examined. This is a snow day chat. I am Gilbert King Elisa, the most important photographer of your generation. That is my job. That is my title. That is a role that I was chosen to play. And I aim to do it well with your help, but mostly mine. I hope that you are well and on your purpose, whether it's something that you already know or something that you are in the process of finding out. I'm using the camera mic. I'm not sure how my voice is coming out on your end yet. Again, this is new software that I am using, so this is also sort of a test to see how it comes out after I record it, in which I plan to download it and upload it to YouTube, to my YouTube channel, something that I've been more active in the recent days. Okay, if you've ordered something off of Amazon lately, you will notice that some products take longer to arrive, and that's because there's been a slowdown in shipping in this part of the United States, but I also hear that there's a shipping nationwide as well as many other countries because of many factors. You decide what those factors are. Again, I welcome anyone to join me live. I hope to do some interviews in the near future. It's something that I have done perhaps for the last 8 years now. I am interested in your story as well as finding out about your path as well as your mission. And the only thing I want to implore you to do is, if you agree to if we agree to have a meeting, that you keep your word and you join me, and we will make it happen. One thing that I want to implore you to do is have people around you that keep their words and keep their promises, and keep it positive. What news stations do you listen to? Have you noticed that the news lately is just chaos and sensationalism of whatever topic is out there? Whoever is going to be demonized is going to be demonized, and usually it's about someone who is not going with the narrative that's prescribed to them. The news is a tool to demoralize you and depress you. Once they have these things in order, they can control you. How many people do you not meet in public now, all worried and walking around in fear because of what can be taken away from them if they don't do this, or they don't do that, or they don't do this, or they don't do that, or they don't keep watching for instructions? Who is in control of your life? Who do you allow to be your motivator? And who will motivate you after all the powers that be have been invested in taking away your motivation, after you have been demoralized to the point where you can't move? Sometimes just talking things out with someone of a like mindset, or even a stranger with a different mindset, will help you analyze and examine your thoughts to the point where you can motivate yourself. See, if you listen to the news, we are not to be connected. We are to be divided. But one of the things that motivate people most is when they actually have face-to-face human contact, not face-to-face discrimination based off of fear, based off of health papers, not based off of your possibility to do me harm. Who is invested in your negative thought pattern? So in this, I want you to examine your addiction to negative behavior, to monitor your addiction to negative thought pattern. I want you to monitor your addiction to low expectation and outcome, because this is something that you will not get from the news. The news is not a tool for you to better your life or to better your results. The news, the media, and most industries, big tech included, are invested in your depression or your perceived depression. Do not leave the house. Order online. Do not leave the house. Someone is going to get you. Do not leave the house. Your dreams might not come true. Do not leave the house. Stay indoors and listen and obey, and reject your family, reject your friends, and reject your dreams. Who is invested in this way of thinking? Are you motivated yet to act different? Can I motivate you? Probably not. Can we have a conversation? Absolutely. Let's see what else we have going here. What do you want to do this year? Is it something that you want to do that you feel you can't do because you have to wait? If you're living in places like New York, you might feel that you have to wait until things open up before I can get going on the things that I need to do. May I suggest to you, you might want to move if you have the resources to. May I suggest, if you don't have the resources to do that, get more creative. May I suggest to you that you already have the things that you may need in your life to better your life in front of you. May I suggest, just because your message is a little harder to get out there, that it's not going upon deaf ears. If you have 2 people listening to you, that's 2 people that you did not have the day before. On YouTube, I've been on about for a week and a half now, regularly, and my highest viewed video has been 7 views. Those are 7 views that were not there before. And of those 7 views, about 1 or 2 will listen to the video in its entirety. Will that demotivate you, or will that help you to keep going? Not for the purpose of your own ego, but for the purpose of getting your message out there, that we can do it even if we are not celebrities, even if we don't have a blue check by our names, even if we can not receive celebrity endorsements because the message is not a popular one. One of the hardest things to do is to stand up for yourself when no one is standing by you. But has it been done before? Yes. So in that, I am not different, and I don't aim to be different. I aim to be a regular person. But when you're being told that just being a regular person, standing up for yourself, just trying to live your life is a problem, I take that personally. And if the fear of not making money is enough to keep you from speaking up, then they are winning. Who is they? Big tech, media companies. Everyone who has told you for the last 2 years to follow, to obey, to follow this sign, not the basic signs that keep everyone safe, but ones that have been invented to take away your right to live. I will take away everything that was already yours, then give it back to you the more you behave. Sometimes you don't have to find the right words to say. The words will find you, excuse me. And again, I tell you, my message is not original in that there have been people throughout history that have decided to stand up and do better for themselves, better for their family, better for their community. We are being told that most of the problems that we have come from other people or from circumstance. But think about everyone in history that have stood up in the face of adversity just because they dared to live in their time of living. All this is temporary. And when I say all this, I mean right now. It's temporary. You could make plans for later on today. It does not mean it's going to happen. But you have time right now. If I decided to work out and have a better body, then I need to get in the gym sooner than later. If I've decided to limit the amount of time that I spend playing video games, then I have to do that sooner than later. If I want to limit the time that I have against people who do not wish to see me succeed, I have to do that now than later. But the option is up to you, and know that it is an option. If you want to learn how to cook and stop eating out every day, know that it takes something that you might not feel like you can do right now because you have been demoralized. Start. And you can start small. You can start with cleaning up that area in your house that is not tidy at the moment. Or if you work better in chaos, you might not want to clean it up. Just leave it the way it is. But start doing the thing that you wish to do. Whatever that is. It's not going to be better through complacency, through waiting, or depending on someone else. One of the biggest motivators that you have is failure. And dare to fail, and dare to fail big, and dare to look like a fool. Especially when you are speaking live and knowing that you can make a mistake at any moment. Especially if you don't have a script. Especially if you don't wish to follow what everyone else is doing. Another thing that a lot of motivators will try to give you, and I don't consider myself a motivator, because some of the things that I might say might be depressing to a lot of people, probably for most people, because I want to give myself room to say something that you do not like. I want to give myself room to explore something in a different way and have people disagree with it. I want to give myself a chance to not follow a script and to challenge my thoughts and beliefs and patterns. In this way, I don't have to find names to label you, and I don't have to find names to label myself. One of the biggest motivators out there is fear or disappointment. Most of the things that you have now have been invented because of fear, or because of someone becoming two things. Those two things are, someone decided to invent something because they became two things. They became sick and they became tired. They became sick and became tired of something. Cars got sick of crashing. Someone decided to invent the stoplight or stop sign or street signs. Someone got tired of getting lost, they invented street signs. Someone got tired of not having privacy, they invented doors, they invented curtains. Someone got sick and tired of feeling sick, they invented some medicines. Someone got tired of feeling sick, they found some herbs to pull from the ground to see what they can brew and feel better. Someone got sick of someone not following instructions, and they invented laws. Someone got sick of someone not listening to them, they invented rules. Everything that you have, someone got sick and tired, and then they invented something. Someone got sick of feeling cold, they invented a coat, they invented a fire pit, they invented insulation. So when people have had enough, when people felt uncomfortable, that's where you have innovation. And part of feeling uncomfortable is learning that everything that you hear is not going to be something that you want to hear. But you have two choices. You have the choice to cover your ears. You have the choice to leave your ears open to information. You have the choice to cover your mouth, or you have the choice to speak up against something that you can do without. You have those options. You have the choice to help someone who you see that is in need of being helped, or a friend that you see that is starting a business, or you have the option of doing nothing. You have the option of saying good morning to someone, and you have the option of making believe you didn't see them. You have the option of making eye contact. You have the option to look at your phone and make believe you didn't see them because you are afraid of intimacy and personal confrontation with someone. So, but whatever choice you take, it's going to have some kind of result, and you will learn from both of them. But if you live smallly, you will not experience whatever you're supposed to experience. And sometimes the things you're supposed to experience are not always good, because your teachers most of the times are those things that help us fail. That's why I say I am not a motivational speaker, because some of the things that I say are not to motivate you, but is to help you get the lesson that you're supposed to learn. It's almost like if you're praying, but you're only praying for good things. You're not praying for the experience or the lesson that you're supposed to be getting. You want to bypass everything that's supposed to help you grow or to get closer to being connected, and just get to the good part. I just want to see the end of the movie before I even get to see the roller coaster ride that is the plot. Think about that. So how many people do you have in your life that you see that can actually bounce off ideas, you can actually bounce ideas off of and will fully understand? Most people will tell you, you can come to me for anything, but when you come to them for anything, they won't. And guess what? That's their right. Don't look down on them for not helping you, because ultimately, for someone to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. For someone to invest in you, you have to invest in yourself. For someone to want to see things in a different way, first you have to commit to doing the things that you say you want to do. But once you start with yourself, it's easier for other people to look and see, hey, wow, I can do this. I can do that. And sometimes people will learn from your failure, from you falling on your face, and from you not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Yes, a teacher's not always someone who you learn from and you just have to follow their example. Whatever. Sometimes the things that work for them is not going to work for you. But sometimes the thing that didn't work for them will work for you in the same way that other person did it and failed. So you have to decide what is going to work for me. I remember coming back from Africa and India and going to Washington, D.C. and speaking to a few guys and just interviewing a few guys and telling me, you know what? It's impossible for me to even travel because they don't want us to go places like India or Africa. And it's ironic because those are the two places that I just finished coming back from. He said, we can't go to Egypt, we can't go to India. And I'm thinking, I didn't tell him, I just came back from those places. And what I really meant to say is, we're really not different at all. We're the same person. See, the news and the media will try to tell you we're different. We're so much different than one another. And the truth is, we're not. We're not. We might get different results, but we can do those same things and get places. Some of these things are interchangeable. We can buy a ticket, get a passport, and go to wherever we want to go. And the experience might be different, but we can go to those places and get the lesson we're supposed to get. Sometimes you just talk to people, sometimes like right now, as I'm talking to you, I am being motivated. As I'm talking to you, I am learning about myself. But if I am kept from you, then I can't learn about myself. I can easily just not listen to anything anyone ever tells me, and then I'm just stuck with my own thoughts. But I get a lot of feedback every single day, and I can choose to listen to it or I can choose not to listen to it. But the choice